One of the things that I'm very proud of, hopefully in the humble sense, but for years I've practiced the discipline of making one small little change in my life every month. So at the beginning of the month, in my prayer journal, in my prayer time, I put a Q. That means question. We're supposed to ask God questions. I put a Q, and then I write, Holy Spirit, what one small change are you giving me the grace to make this month? So again, I'm not trying to do this on my own, and I'm not trying to even make my own decisions. Holy Spirit, what one small change are you giving me the grace to make this month that will have the biggest positive effect on my life? Holy Spirit wisdom. The Holy Spirit knows what one small change will change everything. So I've been doing that for years. And it's been a wonderful experience. I don't always share, sometimes the change is kind of a little personal, but today's December 1st, for this month, I'm going back to the practice of having a little to-do list in my back pocket during the day. I have all these little holy cards, and I'm keeping a to-do list and a couple other things. I kind of go through that phase for a while, and then sometimes kind of more free-flowing. But that's the one thing I'm doing for the month of December. Keeping a to-do list in the back of my pocket, reviewing it, and all of that. Now, the reason I mention this is, for me, there's a sense that, when the Lord asks, are you actually putting into practice, what I'm calling you to do? I'm able to point to this discipline and say, well, in this little way, I'm actually trying to do something, and they say hope isn't a strategy. I started this discipline, again, years ago, when I found myself just kind of generally trying in vague ways to grow in virtue, but I didn't seem to be necessarily growing in virtue. I couldn't tell if I was advancing. Oftentimes it seemed like I was regressing in the spiritual life or was on a long plateau, not making any progress. And after reading a stack of books, I discovered this is the way to change. Classic wisdom. Make small, lasting changes in your life. And if you ask the Holy Spirit to help you choose the change and also do, what the Holy Spirit orders, he also delivers the grace. So it's had a tremendous positive effect in my life. When I teach about this, which I do quite often, I know that the listeners always think, well, that's a painfully slow way to grow in virtue. One small change a month. My life is so messed up, I'll never get there. That's not true. Again, the Holy Spirit always wins the race. Never underestimate the power of one small change that's inspired by the Holy Spirit.